Hi,
Hey,
Matt.
Lyndi. How are you? Good to
Thanks-
see you again.
Yeah, thanks for seeing me again. I really do appreciate your time. Matt, what we're going to do today is talk a little bit more about you. I want to know more about your business. I've done an actual deeper dive
Okay.
into your business, and we'll kind of get to that a little bit more. But I want to ask a little bit more about your customers, your needs, your capacity to grow. Is there potential in that? What and your customer experience. What they are looking for, how they're hunting for you, what's available to them in the market, what competitors are offering them. Do you offer them what they really need? Is it easy to get answers or to specific questions? And are you perceived trustworthy, reputable, and relevant to the customer's needs? And obviously, the answer to that question would probably be yes. You know, you are perceived relevant and trustworthy. However, what I really want to do is when we take a deeper dive, conversely, that's how Google sees you. That's how they want to see you. They want to see you as relevant and trustworthy. Okay, so that's a little bit more of what we'll get into and
So
talk
yeah, just
about.
because my practice is that way, Google and those other search engines may not see me that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is basically my website, right?
Yeah.
And ratings and reviews, social media, stuff
Right.
like that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've been on a couple courses on that stuff.
Do you feel like you have a pretty good handle on it?
You know, I'd say working knowledge. We don't manage our own Google AdWords or anything. We just don't have the manpower or expertise to do it. But we know enough to be dangerous, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's talk a little bit about your current situation.
Okay.
Your current state of business. What do you think is working well for you?
You know, the practice is going well. You know, we see about 150 patients a week, and that's going well. And it's soccer moms all the way to our oldest patient at 91.
Okay.
And then kids too. You know, probably not our biggest market. It's somewhere in between. So that's going well. Our supplement sales are up 30% this year from last. So that's going well.
Okay.
So everything's going pretty well.
Good. What would you like to improve on?
You know, I guess just diversifying, get more of the caterpillar workers in here, more of the sports injuries, the car accidents. You know, we're doing more of the wellness exams and care, holistic or natural, which is our approach, and we're getting a lot of that, but we're not getting a lot of the other traumatic stuff, injuries, types that need a lot of care. And
car accidents, that type of stuff? Okay.
Car accidents, workers' comp, stuff like that.
What do you think your greatest opportunity is?
It's probably
do you think
that
it's
stuff.
the car accidents? And
well, the car accidents.
I guess that's a weird way to put it.
Yeah, the car accident victims.
Yeah.
The workers' comp claim types.
Okay.
And then sports injuries, those three.
Okay.
Even though there's a lot of other doctors that are really specialized in the sports.
Okay.
Especially all three of those really. Because
a lot of chiropractors around.
A lot of chiropractors, and a lot of them going after those three groups.
All right.
We haven't been going after them because we've been so busy with the other natural care and people that want to get off pills.
Okay. So would you say you're more of a holistic approach?
Yeah, I would say more natural
than
holistic.
Okay. Let's talk about your products and services. Main areas of focus.
Chiropractic care and the supplements.
Okay. What are your best money makers?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yep, those two.
Now, we have a tendency to think in advertising. People have a perception about your business, whether you like it or not. What do you think the perception is out there about your business?
That we're kind of experts in healthcare.
Okay.
Is what our current patients tell us. And we provide a very high quality experience for the patient that gets results. We get people off pills.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's supplements, but it's different than pills. You know, like high blood pressure, hypertension, weight loss. You know, all these pills that people are taking all have side effects. When I put them all together, I see a lot of zombies walking around.
Right.
They don't sleep well until they get their next pill, and then that's their whole life.
Okay.
We try to get them off that and on a supplement diet, exercise, and treatment so they feel better, sleep better, and then everything kind of falls in line after that.
Okay, okay. What are your differentiators? Meaning, what sets you apart from your competition? What's your unique selling point?
The quality of our supplements, best in the industry, they get results. The quality of the care, our doctors are, the other doctors too, we're good at what we do.
Okay.
And a lot of our happiest patients are patients from MDs and other chiropractors.
Okay. Now, I'm new to the area. If I were to Google chiropractors, Springfield, why would I choose you?
Well, I guess if you're Googling, based on what information you see there,
Okay.
on the kind of the teaser ad for the website would entice you
Okay.
to, which ours talks about the natural care and.
What part of the state do you want to reach? I understand that you're a franchise, so you have a corporate headquarters as well. But do you want to reach all around the United States, or does we have a tendency to think or know that 90% of your business probably comes within a 5 to 10 mile radius?
Yeah. It's just this local area.
Okay. So Sangamon County.
Yep.
Okay. Let's talk about the advertising that you're currently doing. You had mentioned you had done radio in the last appointment that I had with you.
For the seminars.
Okay.
With mixed results. We get 34 people at one event, 5 at the next one.
Okay.
It's real inconsistent.
All right. What do you think works the best for you?
Yelp works well. We get a lot of feedback on that. Social media works well.
Okay.
We're getting a lot more likes, getting patients mentioning that. We're getting talked about on social media, and referrals. Okay. And that's referrals, from insurance companies, other doctors, and happy patients is our best source.
What do you think you could improve on?
In terms of advertising, finding advertising that really makes us money. In terms of getting patients through the door. We can't double our patient load by any means, but we could see a few more. Okay.
How many clients do you have on a regular basis?
We see about 150 patients a month.
Okay. Now, how many more could you take on?
Just a handful a week. We could, I would say eventually 200, but not yet.
Okay.
We'd,
maybe 100 more a month?
Yeah, that'd probably work.
Between the 3 doctors that you have? Okay. Okay. When that customer, or let me back up, I apologize for saying customer, but when that patient or potential patient calls you, who is that person on the other end of the line?
What do you mean?
When they're calling, is it a woman calling for her family? Is it a man? Is it an athlete?
All the above.
Okay.
Yeah, we're 65% women right now.
65% women.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 of our current patients are women, and that has gone up, and men have gone down. So, I think a lot of men are still popping pills, and the women have been doing that longer and starting to give it up. Okay.
So that could be an opportunity for you.
Yes, absolutely. The weekend warrior.
Okay.
Plays a softball game, hurt neck, tries to lift a couch, hurt back. Okay. And they're already, out of alignment, weak core. There's a lot of issues they just don't realize, and they do something goofy. Okay. And that's where that growth of 100 patients would probably come from.
Okay. Out of 10 patients or potential patients that would be calling you, how many would you turn into clients?
A lot of them ask some strange questions and aren't a good fit. About 8 out of 10 that call will end up visiting our practice, and about half of those become new patients. Okay. So about 4. Okay. 4 out of 10 people that call end up being regular patients. Okay. And some stay for a couple months, some stay for, do maintenance for years, forever.
What's that patient worth to you?
Which one?
More in the long term.
You know, those are invaluable. You know, to get them straightened out from their current situation usually takes about 6 to 12 months, and
Okay.
that's usually thousands of dollars over
Okay.
6 to 12 months. 3 to 5,000, and then the maintenance, depending on if they're using supplements, is usually $200 to $300 a month. You know, with a couple visits a month, and then the supplements is usually $200 to $300 a month.
Okay.
Most of them are spending $600 to $800 a month for some kind of care and pills right now. So we're able to cut it
Wow.
by 2/3 what they're actually going to spend of, you know, ongoing. They may spend a little bit more up front, but over the long haul, they'll spend less, and they'll feel and look a lot better.
Okay. Has there been anything that you find extremely important that I haven't asked you yet?
I don't think so. Well,
Okay.
the only other thing, insurance.
Okay.
You know, insurance plays a big role.
Okay.
You know, the state of Illinois, Caterpillar, you know, the big employers,
Mm-hmm.
Wells Fargo's just down the road, and we take all their insurance, which, for the most part, works out well.
Do you give any type of discounts or anything?
No.
Okay.
Whatever the insurance will reimburse, but, and then the rest is co-pay or out of pocket, which
Now-
is usually some kind of expense to the patient as well.
Now, a couple of years ago, the state of Illinois, well, chiropractors in general, when they were trying to get the insurance money back, they were running into problems with the state of Illinois paying. Are you still finding that slow pay?
Yeah, it's delayed, but we get paid eventually.
Okay.
And the rate we've actually renegotiated and is a little higher. So even though it takes us 3 to 6 months to get paid, which is a pain, but we're just getting the money. You know, once we got the first 3 to 6 months was a little rough.
Yeah.
But now we're just getting paid on the stuff from April.
Okay.
So we're just used to it, and that's just the way it runs. But you know, there's 20,000 state workers in Sangamon County, so
Wow.
obviously that's a big source for us.
Okay. Okay. Well, what I would like to do now is, like I said, I kind of did a little bit more of an in-depth diagnosis for you for your
Okay.
website and everything. So, what I wanted to do here, are you familiar with SEO and SEM?
Yeah.
Search engine optimization, search engine marketing.
I wasn't until about 6 months ago, but yeah,
Okay,
yeah, this
okay.
looks familiar.
So you would know that if you were paying for ads on Google, you would appear to the top and over to the right.
Yep, that's
you know, where it
right.
has the paid ads. And then this is the organic section. Now, what I did here is I actually pulled up chiropractors in Springfield, Illinois. And what do you notice here?
Yeah, we're not here. You guys are, yellowpages.com.
Yeah.
Index knows. You guys are buying my spots.
Well,
Yeah,
that might be a good place for you to be then,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Okay.
Quit taking my spot.
Okay. Now here, we have a lot of information that's available to us because we are a premier partner with Google. So I have this ability to kind of look on the back side of your website. And what I do, this is actually called SEO Quake. And what I do, like I said, I look on the back side of your website, how you're handling things. Because everything what people see, you know, if you were just to type in chiropractor Springfield, yeah, your name could pop up. However, we want to make sure that everything's formatted correctly. So when I took a deeper dive and plugged in that, we don't have any meta description or meta keywords on here. Are you familiar with what that is?
No, it rings a bell, but I don't remember specifically what that is.
Okay, basically, a way to look at it is if you were opening a filing cabinet and you, instead of just looking at a blank filing cabinet, they're actually folders to a filing cabinet. So you would want to make sure that they would all go in the right place. It's similar to when you alphabetize things.
Okay, so they're actually labeled then.
Yeah, yeah.
As
so
opposed to, so on my site, they're kind of there, but they're not labeled?
correct.
Okay.
Correct. And the keywords help with that titling as well.
Oh yeah, because it says 0 keywords,
Yeah.
0 character. So that, wow, I gotta talk to my web guy about that.
Yeah, so when Google reads this type of stuff, they're going to say, and let me back up for a second. Meta keywords, that used to play a big role in how Google rated you. It doesn't do it anymore because people started what they call keyword dumping. So it doesn't, that didn't help them anymore. So that what they really pay attention to is the meta description. Also with the headings. You're doing pretty good with the headings. And I can break this down for you a little bit more. So your HTML ratio code, in order to just give you a little bit more information out here about this, again, it's how Google is reading your website, so it's how it's formatted. So you actually
adding a lot
need
more text.
yeah. So it's adding more text to there. Usually we like to see it above 15%, and you're way
So we have a
below
lot
15.
of pictures, but not a lot of text.
Right.
And then, like you're saying, which I knew, the search engines don't see the pictures; they just read
Right.
the word or text. Okay.
Yeah. So does that give you a little bit more of a snapshot?
Well, and that's probably why we're not appearing on the SEO on that previous page you showed me.
Right. Right. Because again, Google, we're a premier partner with Google, but it's also Yahoo, Bing, it's the other search engines and how they can read you and how they find you relevant. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about what you can get with your online presence with Dex. Visibility. I know that you had mentioned before that you have a lot of problems with your listings. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we took over practice, and there's still some old listings.
Okay, so the visibility, that's something that we can help with. Reviews. Are reviews important to you?
Yeah. Oh, huge. That's why we pay Yelp.
Okay.
To not for the reviews, but for the placement.
Okay.
At the top, yeah.
Well, and I've seen that you have a lot of reviews out there, and in your Facebook page you have tons of reviews. But we want to make sure that all that is integrated, so it can connect. There's links to your websites and everything that connect that to your main website. What about, and you had mentioned that social media is a big part of this as well. I noticed that you don't have any links on your website right now to even your Facebook page or your Twitter.
Yeah, I thought our web guy was supposed to put it on there. I have to check his work.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. But that's the type of stuff, again, making sure all of that is integrated. And again, with your listing management, we have this program called reputation management, to where, for lack of a better term, it's a fix-all type of to where we can actually manage that, and everything goes off of your Dex profile, and we can send out the listings to all of our partners rather than you, the business owner, because I know that you're busy with your patients. You don't want to go out there and have logins and passwords to everything.
Our office manager and her assistant have been working on that. It's an ongoing battle.
Okay. And it takes a while and stuff. So
well, yeah, and it's never done because there's always a new one that pops up.
Sure.
And then I remember they were saying that if the listings don't match, that hurts our SEO thing too.
Okay.
And so that's probably some of our issues too.
Yeah. So here I want to talk about your visibility a little bit. What I did is I actually pulled up here. This is on yp.com right now. Okay. So it actually says you're closed. And it says what your hours are noon or midnight to...
You guys, can you fix that?
Yes, we can fix this information.
Yeah, why is that wrong?
Well, it's because your listings out there, they're not right across the board.
This one's yours.
Well, we can fix this type of stuff, but this is the type of thing. Unless I was doing a deeper dive for you right now, this is what potential customers are seeing right now, potential patients. YP.com is the 5th largest downloaded app in the United States right now. Did you know that? Okay. And all iPhones have YP on them already loaded right now. So if someone was typing in Align Life or even chiropractors, this is what they're seeing.
Yeah, can you fix that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much would it cost? Does it cost anything to fix it?
Well, we'll get into that.
Okay. Yeah, add a photo. There should be I see a photo of I don't know who that is. A Top Chef. That's not me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spot. That's an ad. Okay.
Yeah. But with this,
that's what I look at as the picture, because I see clothes. I don't see I see a map that kind of grabs my eye.
Yeah.
But then a picture of a lady smiling, I'm thinking, oh, it's a happy. No, it's an ad on.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with your business.
No, I don't like that.
Right. Now, what we'll talk about here is your visibility on mobile. Is your website, is it mobile capable right now?
As far as I know.
Okay,
I think
okay.
it is.
Because 70% of mobile searches and calls are actually in the business directory are done. Let me back up. 70% of mobile searches call the business directly from the search results that they
That's
get
why
on
they're
mobile.
searching. You know, some of the search is goofy, but
So we have to make
restaurants,
sure.
Springfield, yeah, they're going to call,
Yeah.
most likely, or go there.
Now, what I noticed with your website is when I tried to do it on my mobile phone, now I have a Samsung Galaxy, but it wasn't formatted correctly. It was all over the place,
Oh.
so it made me want to leave the page because I couldn't get on it. I couldn't get on it mobily.
Oh. Yeah, that was my understanding. I'll have to make a note of that
Okay.
for our web guy.
Okay. And did you realize that non-mobile sites are actually penalized by Google? Google wants to make sure that you can that your information can be read, whether it's on a laptop, whether it's on mobile.
Well, it makes sense, but no, I
iPad.
didn't realize that.
Okay. Now we'll talk a little bit about your DexKnows profile. DexKnows is actually more of a local search engine. So just like YP.com is, DexKnows is a little bit more for the Sangamon County area. So anyway, when we look at this, if someone were to type in, again, chiropractor, Springfield, Illinois, we want to make sure that your name pops up. Now, when your name pops up, what they can actually do is click on that site, but it doesn't take them to your website. What it does is it takes you to a profile. And remember what I told you with the profile, it's more of a snapshot information. Maybe, for lack of a better term, a one-page website that actually gives, your hours, puts reviews on there, puts some pictures, put what's happening, what's new. And then we send that out to all of our partners. Okay. Now, with this on YP.com, when I type in chiropractor Springfield, do you think you pop up?
It sure doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I? Am I on there somewhere?
You are,
Okay.
but think about it again, what I had brought up to you before. Think about it as trying to be objective here. When you type in chiropractor Springfield, you're not going to go to the 6th, 7th, 8th page. You're probably going to go to the 1st or 2nd page, right?
Yeah, just like any other search.
Right. They say,
I'm in pain. I'm looking for somebody, or have questions, or
and they say 89% of people don't go past the 2nd page. So we want to make sure that you're an option. Right now, people don't know you're an option. I understand. I get a little bit better of an idea about your business model and how it's more of the natural approach, and people are really getting into that. But as of right now, they don't know that you're an option because what they're typing in is chiropractors. Again, this is one of the most popular search engines. As far as popular local search engine.
So there's numbers here. What number am I? Do you know?
You actually fall into your number 47.
Oh boy.
Believe it or not.
So yeah, that's a few pages back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have enough screen for that, I'm
Right.
sure.
Right.
Huh.
I didn't want to bring all of that information. So let's talk about your key marketing content, the elements for your print and your website. Headline and subline. How do you benefit or help the customer? We want to make sure on your website that you're actually saying that information, how you're benefiting them, what's your unique selling proposition.
Well, do you feel like we're doing that now?
A little bit is in your logo because you have
Well, we get the
natural
video
posts.
that talks about how we help
Right.
the patient. Jill, I'm sure you recognize
Yes.
her on there. Kind of tells the story and
Right.
how it works, which tells a lot for the consumer. The search engines can't necessarily see that. I get that.
Right.
But the end user, and we find most of the people that visit our website do click on the video,
Okay, great.
which I'm sure you found too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Video's
saw
a
that
big
too.
deal.
Images, brand message, and logo. Do your image benefit your business and the consumer? Is it appealing to the eye? I think it is. I like your colors. I've seen a couple of your different offices around, and I've looked. It's very appealing. It's a very clean office, and You have, I noticed that you have different displays of, you have a McDonald's.
You like that?
Yeah, you have a McDonald's display over there that actually shows how long that food has been sitting there.
We thought about putting it on our website, but
Might get in trouble for McDonald's.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And so we thought about putting it on there if we get in trouble taking it off, but we just played it safe and
Okay.
leaving it off for now.
Products and services that are listed. Now, I noticed on your website you have a lot of, let's say, blogging information, but you don't necessarily have a clear list of the products that you have. So whether it be with all of your supplements that you have, or I know that by going back and doing a little bit of research, that each one of your chiropractors in the whole franchise, you actually specifically specialize in acupuncture, but that doesn't clearly state that on your website.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell my web guy about that too.
Okay. Again, key differentiators, what makes your business unique. Motivation to take action. Do you tell your customers that you meet their needs, you're reliable, number of years in business? Now, I know that you took over the business for Dr. Hughes. However, you've been a chiropractor for a while.
Yep.
Again, another way to look at that is, since you haven't been in the area for a long time, it's the reviews. It's that type of information. Maybe you have some testimonials. Think about that. Maybe putting testimonials on your website.
Yeah, it looks like we just need to add some content to our website, and that once it's on there, because then the text and content, the search engines will see, right? Okay, so that should help us appear more often.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And
That's
then
a good
also
idea.
your ad layout and your web design. Again, the pictures. We want to make sure that if you have a picture of you doing
Adjustment.
an adjustment to someone's back, we want to make sure that picture is actually labeled adjustments. So when people go in and say, if they were to Google or whatever, if they actually put in there adjustments, Springfield, Illinois, or want to know, what a good adjustment is, then your name is actually going to pop up because the pictures are actually labeled to that.
Yep. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, we got to label more content, label the pictures. So just overall, and I remember that 7% thing you showed me.
Yeah. And then the contact information. Again, going back to the YP.com, I'm sure you weren't really happy with that contact information because it actually shows that you're closed right now.
Yeah, that needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah. So again, we want to make sure it's all across the board, that everything meshes together so that your optimization is at its peak. Okay? Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. Now, I'll ding you a little bit on this because your print, you don't have any.
No.
Why is that?
Well, we just don't feel like our patients are a good fit for it. We tried an ad a couple years ago in a couple different markets with Dex. We've tried Haibu, tried the Super Media in Bloomington, and we're just not getting a good return.
Okay. Well, when we come to that, and I understand that, what we want to try to make happen is that, yes, we realize, the world is changing. I would say 7 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 7 years ago, people were actually looking at the yellow pages all the time. But I'm probably one of the last generations that actually know how to use the yellow pages. In fact, I don't know anybody and it would be weird if you did, but go home and jump on the couch and open up the yellow pages instead of watching TV or on your mobile phone. Probably. If you did, that would be weird.
Yeah, they're probably not a good fit for our practice.
Okay.
And we do have a lot of, 55 plus, even seniors that are visiting our practice.
But we want to make sure that if you were to decide to do print, that message is in there. So it's not just a logo in there, because that doesn't really give a reason for someone to come into you. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a matter of if people look there, because we haven't found that in the past.
Okay. So you're probably wondering, why should you partner with Dex? I hope that you understand that, you know, going into a partnership with Dex, we want to make sure that we're providing you all of the right information, all of, you know, what you expect from a partnership, that it's very beneficial, that it's very beneficial, because ultimately our goal is to have you as a long-term client. And if we didn't explain things properly, and if you have questions about things, again, you're not going to end up being a long-term client, because you're going to think, hey, we're not paying attention to you, or something like that. So our goal really is to form that long-term relationship with you. We don't just want, hey, you're in the phone book for a year and you're done, or we host a website for you 1 year and you're done. You know, we want you to look at us as a marketing consultant.
Okay.
Okay. So Dex is actually a premier partner. We actually work with top SEO companies such as Boostability, and we're one of only 16 partners in the United States that have a strategic partnership with Google. So all this stuff that I'm talking about, how to optimize, how to make you more seen, make you more relevant, we have 85% of the platforms that businesses will actually look for you on, or out of 100% of the platforms, we have 85% of the platforms that businesses actually look for you on. You know, so partnering with us, you're actually going to get that great return on investment, because we're going to follow through. We're going to make sure that you're up higher in the Google searches. We're going to take a deeper dive, and even more than this, I'm on the sales side of it, but looking at you know, web development and all that. I want you to take away with, yeah, we give you some ideas, but actually forming a partnership with us so that you can be successful in your efforts moving forward to grow.
Gotcha.
Fair enough?
Sure.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again.
Okay,
and I will
thanks,
look
Lyndi.
forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.